So, dun sa previous video, ang sinagutan natin ay yung number 1. We saw how we were able to sketch the line. First, give the equation and then sketch the line. So, now let's go to number 2. We are told that in number 2, the line passes through the point P with coordinates -1, 3, and the slope of the line is 4/5. So, out of the different forms, balikan natin. Here, out of the different forms that we have, we're given with a point and a slope. So, technically, we're going to use point, slope, form. So, point, slope, form. Oops. Point, slope, form. Sinusulat ko siya as PSM. So the point slope form is given by y minus y sub 1 is equal to m times x minus x sub 1. So kung mapapansin nyo, sa 2-point form, hindi pa computed yung slope kasi given lang 2 points. But here, the slope is already computed kasi given na siya. So, just like what we did a while ago, this serves as x sub 1, this serves as y sub 1. Yun lang naman yun, wala namang ibang point. So therefore, we're going to have now y minus 3, that's y sub 1 is equal to 4/5 times x minus -1, which is our x sub 1. So let's simplify this first. We're going to have y minus 3 is equal to 4/5 times x plus 1. Pwede natin i-distribute tong 4/5, pero ang gagawin ko ay cross multiply ko na yung 5 kasi madaling na-distribute kapag hindi fraction. So I'm going to have 5 times y minus 3 is equal to 4 times x plus 1. Now, mag-distribute tayo both on the left-hand side and the right-hand side. So I'm going to have 5y minus 15 is equal to 4x plus 4. Ayan. Like what we mentioned in the previous video, the convention is we keep the coefficient of x positive. So, para maging positive yan, itong y transpose natin, ito ilipat natin sa kabila. So, therefore, I am going to have the equation. This becomes negative 15 minus 4 is equal to 4x minus 5y. And, pagpapatid natin yan by symmetric property of equality. Therefore, the standard form becomes 4x minus 5y equals negative 19. Ayan. And in general form, transpose lang ito, so it becomes 4x minus 5y plus 19 equals 0. So this is the standard form, and this is the general form of the equation. So ito yung point slope form na. Ito yung ating point slope form. Point slope form. Ito yon. Tapos ito yung standard form and general form na hinahanap. Now, let's sketch the graph of this line. So, try natin itong magkakasya dito. And then let's have this one here. So, the point P is at negative 1. Ito, pala, 1, 2, 3. So, this is point P with coordinates negative 1, 3. Now, since this is slope, alam natin na when we talked about slope before, slope would mean rise over run. Which means, this is your rise, and this is your run. If we recall, it means if we have a positive rise, then that means it's going up. Pag negative, it goes down. Sa run, a positive run means it's going right, a negative run means it's going to the left. Now, dito ang binigay ay positive yung buong slope, which would mean that either your point has both positive over positive, kasi positive divided by positive is positive, or negative divided by negative. Kasi negative divided by negative gives still you a positive answer. So we can work on that. So that since the slope is positive, we can have a positive rise and a positive run. So in doing so, we're going to have 1, natin yun. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. So you go up 4, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So ito this point here is the point that is part of the line dahil dun sa slope. So, dahil dun sa slope, yan yung isang line na pwedeng gamitin. Ang sabi nga natin, 2 points are enough. So, pwede yun. Ngayon, pwede rin naman na ang gamitin mo ay ito kasi ay nanggaling sa positive over positive. Pwede rin naman negative over negative. So, pag negative over negative, down, tapos left. Yung positive over positive kasi right, going up, tapos right. Ito, going down, saka left. So, kung itry natin gagamitin, sa baba na tayo ng 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tapos 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nandito. So, nandito yun. Medyo part na siya ng solution. Pero if you're going to take a look, isang buong diretsong line yan. So, in doing so, ayan. O, diba? Tama. So, therefore, this line has a slope of 4/5. And the equation of this line in standard form is 4x minus 5y equals negative 19. In general form, 4x minus 5y plus 19 equals 0. So that's your answer for number 2. Now, for number 3, ang binigay sa atin sa number 3 ay the line has the intercepts 5, 0, and 0, negative 3. Although, hindi palaging sasabihin na intercepts yan. It can just be the line has the points 5, 0, and 0, negative 3. Or the line passes through 5, 0, and 0, negative 3. So, although pwede mong gamitin ng 2-point form dyan, kasi technically, may 2 points ka naman. But since we are sure that this one here is an x-intercept and this is a y-intercept, then we can use the intercept form. Ayun, baka nagtataka-iba. Paano po naging sure na x-intercept yan? Because the abscissa is any number besides 0 and the ordinate is 0. Ito. So we are sure that this is an x-intercept. And dito naman, dahil this is 0 and this is any real number except 0, so this is a y-intercept because the abscissa is 0, the ordinate is any real number except 0. So therefore, we can use the intercept form kasi dalawang intercepts yung binigay, which is given by x over a plus y over b equals 1. Take note of the intercept, x-intercept, that's a0, and this is 0b. So therefore, using the intercept form, we're going to have x over 5 plus y over negative 3 equals 1. Then using our knowledge of algebra, we can then just remove the denominators because we need it in standard form. Although yun pwede namang mag-standard form ng naka-fraction, but it's better kapag wala. So the LCD here would be negative 15, so we divide both sides by, supposed to be negative 15 since the LCD is negative 15. It's a negative 2. However, in doing so, 5, the x term becomes negative. Although pwede namang ng anong tawag dito, you can do other algebraic manipulation, but here pwede nang gawin lang i-multiply both sides by 15 para makip natin na positive yung x term. Uulitin ko lang, ang tamang LCD ay negative 15 at pwede nyo namang diretsohin na yung multiply both sides by negative 15. Pwede yun. However, para mas mabilis, total, alam ko na pag nag-multiply ako dito ng negative, magna-negative to, pero ang gusto natin, ang convention ay positive, gawin natin tong positive. Mag-multiply na ako ng positive 15. So in doing so, this would then become 3x minus 5y is equal to 15, which is now the standard form of the equation of the line, of that line that passes through 5, 0, and 0, negative 3. Ang general form, pag nalipat mo, 3x minus 5y minus 15 equals 0. Ayan. So now let's try to sketch the graph of this. Ayan. So, mas madaling mag-sketch ng graph ng line kasi intercepts. Kasi we are sure that 5, 0 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ito, kasi nga x-intercept yan. So, this is 5, 0. Then, 1, 2, 3. Ito yung isa. This point here is 0, negative 3. That's the y-intercept. And all you need to do is to connect these 2 points. Oops, hindi natin. So, from here, ayan. Connect na lang. Hindi mo masyadong tama, but there you go. So, this is now the sketch of the line 3x minus 5y equals 15. In standard form, ito naman yung general form. 3x minus 5y minus 15 equals 0. Now, let's look at number 4. In number 4, we are told that the line passes through the point 0, negative 1 and has the slope of negative 1/2. Ngayon, tignan natin yung negative 1. Negative 1/2. Ngayon, ang tanong, hindi po ba yan point slope form? You can use point slope form, but if you are going to check it carefully, this actually is a y-intercept. Kasi, that is 0. So, you have a slope, and you have a y-intercept. Slope and y-intercepts, if we're going to check the different forms, baka pwedeng idiretso mo na siya ng slope-intercept form. Since what we have is a slope and a y-intercept. So, again, our slope-intercept form, or SI, would be y is equal to mx plus b. So in this case, this becomes y is equal to negative 1 of x plus negative 1. Or y is equal to negative 1 of x minus 1. Yan na yung ating slope-intercept form. Minus 1. There you go. Now, we just need to perform algebraic manipulation so that it becomes standard form and then later on, general form. So, ito lang yung ating denominator here. So, we don't have much of a choice but to multiply both sides of the equation by 2 to eliminate the denominator of 2. So, therefore, this becomes 2y is equal to negative x minus 2. Again, ang kailangan natin form ay standard. In doing so, let's transpose this. So, we're going to have x plus 2y equals negative 2. Yan na ang standard form. In general form, just transpose x plus 2y plus 2 equals 0. So, these are the equations of the line in standard form and general form, respectively. So, ngayon, let's now sketch the graph. And let's have it. So, alam natin na y-intercept ang 0, negative 1, at ito yun. So, this is 0, negative 1. Now, the slope is negative 1/2. So, either that means you have a negative rise or a positive run, or a positive run or a negative rise. Since madalas na-associate yung negative dun sa numerator, ito yung madalas na unang ginagawa. So, if we do that, mula dito sa baba, we go down 1. Tapos, positive na kanan ka, 1, 2. So, dito. So, this is one point na kasama dun sa line dahil dun sa slope. So, if we're going to follow this instead, you can go up 1, tapos, kaliwa ka naman ng 2 kasi positive 1, negative 2. So, up 1, 1, 2 dito. So, dito. Ayan, magkakalinya yan. So, therefore, we're going to have this line here. Tapos, dito naman sa ayan. Anyway, there you go. So, this is now the sketch of the line x plus 2y equals negative 2 in standard form. Ito mismo yung slope-intercept form. Yung y is equal to negative 1 and x minus 1. Yan ang slope-intercept form. Ito ang standard form. Ito ang general form. Now, let's look at some advanced problems regarding equation of a line based on the different situations that we have. So first, we are asked to show that ax plus by equals 5 and bx minus ay equals 2 are equations of perpendicular lines, assuming A and B are both not equal to 0. So first, tinatanong daw if ax plus by equals 5 and bx minus ay equals 2 are equation of perpendicular lines. If we're going to remember, two lines are perpendicular if they have something regarding their slope. Try to pause the video and recall, when do we say that two lines are perpendicular? Assuming that you've paused the video to think and look at your notes, kung meron man. We know that two lines are perpendicular lines if the slope of the two lines are negative reciprocals of each other. Hindi pala yan yung picture negative reciprocals. So, the slope of the first line is the negative reciprocal of the slope of the second line. Or, pag nag-cross multiply ka, that's m sub 1 times m sub 2 equals negative 1. So, if this is the case, then we would have to show that the slope of these two lines, pag multiply mo, negative 1 ang sagot. Paano natin hahanapin yung slope nito? Ang given equation, hindi points. If you would recall, we can get the slope of these lines because there is a form of a linear equation that explicitly shows us the slope of the line. And that's the slope-intercept form and the point-slope form. Pero mas madali yung slope-intercept form kasi naka-standard form na yung equation. So, let's turn these equations to slope-intercept form. Kasi doon, obvious na kagad yung slope. So, first, for ax plus by equals 5, ang itsura ng slope-intercept form ay y is equal to mx plus b. Meaning, y is on one side of the equation and everything else is on the other side. So, para gayahin to, we have to transpose ax. So, therefore, by will be equal to negative ax plus 5. Now, dividing both sides by b, y will be equal to negative ax plus 5 all over b. Para magkahiwalay, kasi magkahiwalay ang mx at b, since that's b, therefore we can split this as y is equal to negative ax over b plus 5 over b. Hence, the slope here would be negative a over bx plus 5 over b. So, therefore, the slope is negative a over b. Dun sa first equation na ax plus by equals 5. In the other equation, bx minus ay equals 2, we're going to do the same thing. Transpose natin yung bx kasi we need y alone on the left side. We're going to have negative ay is equal to negative bx plus 2. Dividing both sides by negative a, we're going to have y is equal to negative bx plus 2 all over negative a. Pag-ihiwalay ulit natin kasi dapat it's mx plus b. So therefore, y will be equal to negative bx over negative a plus 2 over negative a. And simplifying this, we're going to have y is equal to bx over a minus 2 over a. Kasi yung etong negative makakancel. Ito naman, that's 2 minus negative a, hindi magiging minus to. So therefore, this will become y is equal to b over ax minus 2 over a. And this shows that the slope is equal to b over a. Now, since we have this slope, the slope of the first line is equal to negative a over b, and the slope of the second line is b over a. The question now is, mas madali atang gamitin to. So, the question now is negative a over b times b over a equal to negative 1? If it is, then perpendicular itong dalawang lines na to. Hindi, they're not perpendicular. So, if we're going to multiply this, makakancel to, we're going to have negative 1. And that's equal to negative 1. Therefore, we can say that ax plus by equals 5. The line represented by the equation ax plus by equals 5 is perpendicular to the line represented by the equation bx minus ay equals 2. Ayan. Now, let's go to number 2. We are asked now this time to find the equation of the line in standard form that passes through the line passes through the point 6, 2 and is perpendicular to the line 4x plus 5y plus 10 equals 0. Now, we have a point. So, may isang point at madaming forms ng linear equations na pwede gamitin na may given point. Pwede kang mag-point slope. Pwede kang mag-2 point. Basta may isa ka pang point. Sa point slope, kailangan mo ng slope. Now, what we have is this condition. Perpendicular to the line, 4x plus 5y plus 10 equals 0. Perpendicular ulit. And we know that if two lines are perpendicular, then the slope of one line is the negative reciprocal of the slope of the second line. Or, the slope of the two lines, pag multiply mo, negative 1. Which would mean, kung perpendicular yung line na hinahanap natin dito, dapat yung slope nung line na hinahanap natin ay negative reciprocal ng slope nito. Negative, sulat natin. Slope of new line is the negative reciprocal of the given line. Kasi yun nakalagay sa problem eh. Ngayon, ang tanong, ano bang slope ng given line? So, to find the slope of the given line, 4x plus 5y plus 10 equals 0, let's rewrite it in slope-intercept form. Kasi yun nagbibigay ng slope ng line kapag equation ang given. So, let's transpose everything that is not y term. We're going to have 5y is equal to negative 4x minus 10. Dividing both sides by 5, I'm going to have y is equal to negative 4x minus 10 all over 5. Split natin para masunod yung y is equal to mx plus b. So, I'm going to have y is equal to negative 4x over 5 minus 10 over 5. Simplifying and writing it in slope-intercept form talaga, I'm now going to have, this will then become y is equal to negative 4/5 x minus 2. That's that over 5. So that's 2. Therefore, the slope of the line is negative 4/5 of the given line, rather. Now, ang kailangan natin, yung negative reciprocal nito. So, the slope of the line that we're looking for, m sub NL, new line, would be 1 over, negative 1 rather, over negative 4/5. Saan nanggaling to? Ito yun. Kasi nga, ang hinahanap natin yung slope ng bago. So, therefore, this will become negative 1, dahil ito ay division, that's negative 1, times negative 5 over 4. So, negative times negative, that's positive. A1 lang naman to, so this becomes 5/4. Therefore, the slope of the new line, yung slope ng line na hinahanap natin, ay 5/4. So, kahit anong mangyari, sure na tayo na pag ito ang slope, hindi pa yung final answer. Pag ito ang slope, yan ay perpendicular dun sa given line. At dahil sure na tayo na ito ang slope, at meron kang point na 6,2, original na given, meron kang point at may slope. So, you can use actually the point-slope form to find the equation of the line that you're looking for. Baba natin to. Ayan. At puro natin dito sa may kaliban. So, since we have the slope of the new line, which is 5/4, and it has to pass through 6,2, kasi yun yung nakalagay sa tanong, pakita lang ko yung tanong, it has to pass through 6,2, ayan. It has to pass through 6,2. Ito yon. Perpendicular dito, ito. Yeah, ito yung process na nahanap natin kung bakit perpendicular, kaya nahanap itong slope na to. So, therefore, we can now use the point-slope form to find the equation of this line. Kasi ang kailangan nating final ay standard form. So, we'll start first with the point-slope form, then turn it to standard form. So, in point-slope form, this becomes y minus 2 is equal to 5/4 times x minus 6. Yan ang point-slope form. Now, we'll have to do algebraic manipulations so that we can write it in standard form. So we can cross multiply this. So we're going to have 4 times y minus 2 is equal to 5 times x minus 6. Distribute, I'm going to have 4y minus 8 is equal to 5x minus 30. Then, para makip yung convention na this is positive, transpose here, so I'm going to have negative 8 plus 30 is equal to 5x minus 4y. By symmetric property of equality, and then simplifying things, I'm going to have 5x minus 4y is equal to 22. Therefore, the equation of the line, balik natin dun sa umpisa. Ayan. Therefore, the equation of the line in standard form that passes through 6, 2 and is perpendicular to this line, the answer to this is that the equation of the line would be 5x minus 4y is equal to 22. Ito ngayon, the equation of the line that satisfies these conditions in standard form. And you're going to encounter a lot more problems given different conditions, and you have to write the equation of that line.